Let's go, family. You already know what time it is. It's your boy, Crazy Big, the God in the building. Getting ready to drop some quick value for you guys today. So, today's topic is actually going to be making room for what God is doing in your life, right? We got to make room for what God is actually doing in our lives, right? And like sometimes, even including me, I used to get sidetracked, and I used to always think about what I wanted to do, right? What I wanted to do, how it's going to play out, and essentially just be in my own state of mind, trying to figure out how my dreams is going to come to life. But really and truly, the outcome is up to him. How he wants to do it is up to him, right? He does it completely different from the way we think that it's gonna happen, right? It's okay to have that belief of, yeah, you want it to happen, but leave room for him to show you how it's going to happen, right? We got to make room for God to show us how it's going to happen. Because if we don't, we will get frustrated and we will pretty much miss it all. We would pretty much, if we don't give room for Him, we would get impatient, right? We would get impatient. We would, God forbid, give up and let go, because we can't see His perception. So what has helped me moving forward is just being at peace for how long it's taking and just giving him room, right? Giving him room so he can show me a little bit more of the plan and how he's going to do it, right? I know from me moving from New York to Miami, it was a different perception of how I thought it was going to be done. I never knew that he was going to move me through my job from New York to Miami. I thought it was going to be done a whole different way, right? But again, we have to leave room for what God is doing. We got to leave room for Him to, because if we don't, we will miss it, right? And He kind of showed me that. He's like, I brought you from New York to Miami, but you didn't even think it was going to be done like that. So same thing with your goal. You don't know how it's going to be done. So leave room for God to show me. So I had to leave room for God to show me, right? So this is what we all got to do, right? It's okay to have a dream, to have a burning desire of your goals and dreams, right? Private island, penthouse mansion, right? Private island mansion, right? It's okay to want these things. It's okay to want to be a millionaire, a billionaire. It's okay to, want to achieve for higher and bigger things, but you still have to leave room for God. How you still have to leave room for God to do it and show you how He's going to do it, and you also have to leave the how up to Him. You also have to leave the how up to Him, because essentially He knows the how, right? He's in control of the how. All we have control of is our faith, our belief, and our steps moving towards that dream and that goal every single day, right? Walking by faith and not by sight, right? And I was once that person to always never leave room for God. And I used to always get frustrated. I was never at peace. I didn't have the patience, And now I'm just able to just put everything behind me and just take control and step into the present moment and let Him develop me and actually show me the plan and just put and live in the gift, Live in the gift and take steps and actions towards the gift and just stay present. Being patient actually has been so much refreshing, peaceful, and a piece of life, just a relaxing piece of life. And I'm able to enjoy the present moment a lot more while I'm going towards my dreams and goals and not forcing it and not overthinking it, right? Making sure I'm living in my faith and letting things attract to me on its time and giving room for God to actually show me what's next, to actually let it come into my life, right? Making room for it to come in. Some of us are not making room for that. Some of us are just still in our minds, have a lot of clutter in our minds, and not making room for what's next, right? We got to make room for these things. If God wants to bless us, do we have the capacity to receive in our minds? Because if we don't got the capacity to receive in our mind, then it's not going to come in to the physical reality, because it has to come into the spiritual room before it comes into the physical. So you got to have room, right? You don't want to block your blessings, right? So this is the power of, leaving room for God, right? The power of leaving room for God. I think I'm gonna name it that topic. The power of leaving room for God, and actually giving him room to so he can show us what's next and what's to come, right? Because we don't want to miss it. We don't want to be stuck in our own thinking of how it's going to be done and be stuck on that outcome. Because he has maybe something bigger than that. He has something maybe better than that, right? And we got to be open to seeing what he wants. Remember, you guys want to always strive for what God wants for you. You don't want to strive for what people want and other things of this world. You don't want to strive for that. You want to strive and let God show you what he has for you, because what God has for you is way more better than what you think you want for you and what other people has for you, right? So we got to keep this in mind. We got to keep this in mind, right? We got to operate out of the spirit and leave everything behind, because the spirit is what's taking us to the promised land, right? So this is big right here. I just hope that this could actually give you guys some freedom, to actually live in the present moment and enjoy everything, right? Enjoy everything. You can still feel the goal, right? Feel the goal like it's already happened, but also give room for God and let him show you. All right, God, I'm not going to force it. I'm going to just let you show me, and that's it. This is what helped me be at peace and enjoy the journey as I walk day by day, right? As I walk day by day, right? And it also helps me to work on the things that I need to work on, like my patience. I need to have more patience. I need to work on these little things like that. So, in the midst of me going towards my dreams and goals, I'm also working on myself, bettering myself. How can I better my patience? How can I deepen my faith? How can I exercise my spiritual muscles? So that way I could be strong for what's next. And I could show and prove to God that I'm ready for what's next. You know, some of us need to adapt this mindset if you guys haven't already, right? We got to switch up some things, right? And be aligned a little bit more with God and what he wants to do, and also making room for him too. Because if you don't have room, then you're not going to be able to see what he's doing, and then you're pretty much doing your own will, and it's going to be a lot harder like that, right? He's the master creator of this world, right? He's the one giving and taking away, giving and taking away. He's the doorkeeper. So we got to be open to his will, his way, and respect it, right? That's what it's going to take, right? In order to see things come to light, right? And just be patient with it. Try not to force anything. If it feels like a force, let it go. If it flows, then let's go. If it feels like a force, let it go. If it feels like a force, let it go. If it's a flow, then let's go, right? When I notice when things are not going to play the way I want, and I feel like I'm forcing it, that's my cue to let it go. Because if it was meant to be, it would flow, right? So that's one thing I've also that also stuck with me too. Letting it go, letting it flow, moving like that, moving with that strategy, and also God's strategy and His ways of doing things is a lot different from what we think. We think it's just gonna be a straight road, peaches and cream. No, God's road is up, down, roller coaster, up, down, crazy. So it's just like being open to that. That's what it really is. Being open to His way and just His strategy, because His strategy is a lot better. His strategy is a lot better than what we think that's going to come to light, and how we think it's going to come to light, because our understanding and his understanding is two different understandings, right? His perception and our perception is two different perceptions. That's why I cast down my perception, I cast down my imaginations, I cast down my perception, right? And assumptions, I cast that down too, because my assumptions and my perception is not going to be valid against God's, right? So I make room for all of that. All right, boom. You know what? Let's make more room for God, for him to tell us what's going on next, right? And I highly suggest you guys do the same too. make more room for him so that way he can tell you what's next, right? Make room, right? Because remember, he's the creator. He's the master creator, right? He created you. So give him room in your mind to show you what's next, right? I'm going to leave you guys with this, right? It's better to leave room for God than to leave room for nonsense and garbage. What would you rather have room? Room for God, or would you have room for garbage and things that are not aligning with your dreams and goals? Right? We got to get rid of that and make room for God. Right? Once you do that, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel a lot more at ease, a sense of release, a sense of peace, and more patience towards your dreams and goals. And watch it. I guarantee you, it will 9 times out of 10 happen a lot quicker and easier than expected. Right? So with that being said, it's your boy Crazy Faith of God on the way out. Happy Wednesday. Once again, happy blessed Wednesday. I hope you guys took a lot of value from this video, and also share with others. Share this video with others. Help them to come up higher and transform their lives too as well, and be the change that you want to see, right? Remember, tomorrow's not promised, right? We got to live each and every single day intentionally, so that way we can get the most fulfilling time out of our lives as possible, right? So with that being said, it's your boy Crazy Faith of God on the way out. Let's grow 1% better. Let's get it.